Alright, Ace Attorney. Uh, I personally have not played this game before. That shouldn't be a surprise at this point. I'm every game blind, but I've 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 had some friends who will not shut up about this game. I'm gonna be completely honest. Uh, I doubt they'll be seeing this, but if they ever do, I'm sorry to put you on blast. But uh, yeah, I've heard firsthand how excited people are with this game. Uh, I guess game series is more accurate since I'm gonna be playing the Ace Attorney trilogy. Uh, I don't honestly know how well this is gonna go, considering it's a visual novel. There's probably gonna be a lot of reading, and I will try and read everything out loud. But, you know, if my commentary gets a little meh, then I'm sorry. I'll try and keep it interesting. Who knows? I've never done this before. Your Honor, this joke works because it does. You're a joke. uh, anyway, uh, aside from me bullying my mods, I think this will be fun. Anyway, yeah, let's get into it. Also, I've just got to say, I heard that the music for these games was good, but I haven't heard it firsthand till now, and yeah, it is pretty good. I gotta say, episode 1, the first turnabout. Oh hey, I got an achievement for booting the game up. Yay. What? Well, she ain't gonna be thinking no longer. Oh, is it automatic? I can't get caught, not like this. I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. The text just skips automatically? Talk about a headache. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. It stopped progressing automatically. Thank God. Boy, am I nervous. Yeah, I'm nervous too. I've never touched this game in my life, and I'm not sure if I have the brain power. Right? Oh, hiya, Chief. Oof, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Boy, am I nervous, right? Yeah. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Something tells me this isn't gonna go well. Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh! I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die! Oh, it sounds like he wants to die. Overdramatic. Very overdramatic. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Butts. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Butts. Who named this man? Who on the development team named him Butts? I wanna know. I'm sorry if I cough, by the way, when I laugh. I had a cold. I still have a cold. So, oops on that. Larry Butts, I feel like that's a play on words. Yeah, I hear that most of the names in these games are a play on words. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her, I can't. Who? Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me, who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. Maybe it didn't translate well? What, the name? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've heard some of the names in the past, and they have pretty good English translations. So, I don't know. Larry Butts is probably just Butt. That's probably all it is, honestly. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Illumination level humor. Yeah. Hey, shush, don't call me out like that. Should I move the chat to the top right corner, by the way? Because the text boxes are kind of at the bottom where the chat is. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Oh, yep, that's why they named him that. They wanted that line, didn't they? That's an idea. Oh, well, is it a good idea or a bad one? I'm asking you, because you're the one who's reading the chat. I don't see it display on screen on my end. That's a you problem. You tell me. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. If you can make it load messages top down, maybe. I mean, I can try. That box. Whoop. Just move it up there, and then go into the properties. There should probably be a setting for that. I would think. Is there? Huh. I'm surprised. I don't see a way to flip it. I mean, I know I've definitely seen other people flip their chats, but I don't see a way to do it myself. I could just be missing something completely obvious, though, knowing me. Maybe there's just a flip transform? Flip vertical. Is that just gonna make everything upside down? Hang on a minute. Did that just that just displays everything upside down? Okay, I'm gonna remember that because that's funny. Anyway, I'm gonna flip it vertical again and just yeah. But is there really no way to just easily make it load top to bottom? I'm very surprised that like it should just be a checkbox, I would think, but I'm not seeing any. Strange. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it. I don't know. I can probably look it up later. Yeah, this is what happens on the 3rd stream. You flip stuff. You just try and figure stuff out yourself, and if it doesn't work, then too bad. Look it up after the stream. So, I guess I'll just keep it down bottom unless anyone says otherwise for now. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Oh god, this guy looks like a nerd already. prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Ha! No, I can't! I didn't know my voice could do that, I'm gonna be honest. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hands shaking. Knees weak. Arms heavy. Mom spaghetti. Didn't know this game was about self-discovery. We had discovering shit about my own voice. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant is Larry. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. If this is a murder trial, tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait, uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Ah, who would've guessed? Profiles are... Ah, there it is. The victim in this case, Cindy Stone. Good to know. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please, I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Is that the up-to-date autopsy report? Hell if I know. Someone's gonna come bursting through the door at any moment, saying that there's a new autopsy report. I'm waiting for it. I've heard the memes. I'm waiting for it to happen. But I am also a little sad that she was killed by a statue and not by a rock, or else Cindy Stone would be a better name. But, you know, missed opportunity on the pun, I guess. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Oh, he's gonna be causing me pain, I can tell already. Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Alright. Also, if you can't tell, the first name Max Payne, I hope, but I'm doubtful. If you can't tell by now, I am doing some voices. I'm not planning on stressing myself out over it, though. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Yep, pretty frequent. Yeah, I'll remember that, I hope. Knowing me, I'm gonna forget what button it is within like 5 minutes. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Me when delicious battery acid. What? What are you talking? What? What? Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Stock explosion noise. Are you making Deltarune jokes? Why? Why the Deltarune jokes? I would never. Yeah, you would never make jokes to that are just purely references to shit that only the two of us would know. I mean, yeah, it's a year old, you know. Yeah, and it's. I guess to be fair, it's like three more than you. What? 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 Shush! Shut up! I'm gonna play the game now. Stop insulting me. Yeah, this is just how live streaming is. Either I bully chat or chat bullies me. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Wait. Oh, I saw his smile twitch. Oh, he's not as confident as he lets on. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped, she just wasn't taking my phone calls, or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Why can't I have this evidence? I feel like this should be public evidence for us to be using too. I mean, I guess now I have the evidence, but could you please have given it to me before? Oh, whatever. Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Oh god, I can't... I wasn't expecting that kind of wording in this game. Oh god, help. Jesus Christ, I was not expecting that out of this game. Daddy's sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. No, I know what it means. You don't have to tell me. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Ms. Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? I'm curious, actually. I kind of want to see what happens, but the game says to stop him from answering. But I do want to see what happens. It's worth it. Might be better not to get involved in this one. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, no way! That she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Nope. Well, did you or did you not? My chair just destroyed itself. Did you hear that? It clicked into place so loudly. Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? I do not know. Nothing but the truth is what they say. I mean, that's a thing. But I don't know how this works. Fuck it. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order? Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Oh god, his voice. I guess the voice I was giving him was pretty accurate. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? Prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Frank saw it. Yep, there's the puns. Unfortunately, the opening cutscene spoiled us. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony, oh god. This is the game part. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Can I check these things more specifically? Or is it just the... Yeah, it just seems like it's just the 3 lines that you get. There's nothing else. Oh, and Sawit's here now, I guess. Age 36. Why do I care about their ages? Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Time of death? Yeah, actually, what was time of death? Did it say? It's probably... There it is. Time of death, 4 to 7 p.m. And, 6 p.m. is when... Yeah, oh, there you go. So... yeah, that's right. It was out during that time, unfortunately. From noon to 6, there was blackout, and from 4 to 5, she would have died. So, unfortunately, that is true. Ah, damn it. Yeah, day before the murder, that's also accurate. Damn it. Well, the easy solution, maybe I should keep quiet, I'm too good at this. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, Mr. Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave? Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Court record, what specifically is the court record? Is it just everything here in general? I guess so. cross-examination. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Brought the outdated autopsy report. Shush. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Hang on. Wait. She wasn't dead then. Sorry, I'm late. It's fine. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. I did do some student aid stuff. Yeah, you have a life. Yeah, I don't think you being late in that case is really a problem. Like, you don't gotta be here every stream. I mean, I would prefer if you were, because I kinda need viewers right now. But, you don't have to be. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that, and I forgot it that the stream was at 7. 7 for you, maybe, West Coaster. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw It? Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of the discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. The time of the discovery. Here we go again. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. But it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Okay, well, what do I have? Electricity was out. I see. The electricity was out at the time. Get fucked. How about you cross-examine this witness, or Mr. Judge, what are you talking about? You calling the judge negligent? Have you played this game before? That's a lot of anger toward the judge. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Saw It? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Saw It, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. He's definitely not a toupee jumps. I've watched more than a few playthroughs of this game, I think. Good to know. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been in the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Okay, that's... Really? He's calling... You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. He's saying the clock was the murder weapon now. Actually, I didn't hear the time I saw it. There's a clock. Yeah, the murder weapon. No, actually... Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? It's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. Me when pursuit. Why don't you show him your attorney's badge? Look, I know that that is a meme, but I do not want to fuck up on the first trial, okay? If I actually get stumped, I'll probably just go, it's a badge. I see. That always helps. Does it? Does it really? I feel like... I've noticed the health bar in the corner, okay? I feel like that's only gonna go down. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes, actually. He said he didn't go in the apartment. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, yeah! Shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him! He killed her and he should burn! Burn! Give him death! Hey, his hair's back in that one cutaway. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... try sounding the clock? I would assume that. Because how are batteries gonna help? And asking the neighbors, they would have just told you what happened if they heard it. They would probably already know. I mean, I would hope so. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. It's gonna be 2 hours off, isn't it? I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right, how am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness, unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! You lawyers are all slime! I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. I mean, I feel like this should still be enough evidence. Not so fast, Mr. Sawit. I love how Payne and the witness seem to have a mini heart attack. Honestly, I don't know Payne much, but I want him to feel pain. Whenever you get it right, yeah. Ah, the cold, why? Chief. Listen up, Wright? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, you'll have your proof. Right? Where's like the drum roll, the boom-tsh? No? Okay. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yeah, I think I can. Electricity, but wait, it's not plugged in. It's battery powered. The laugh track. You spelled laugh track so bad. I'm sorry to say. How much battery exactly? That's a good question. Unfortunately, I don't know. But yeah, even like the time of like the electricity being out won't help, because if they brought the statue into the court and just sounded it off, clearly it's battery powered. It even has the dumb solar strip on the front. At least I think that's what that is. So unfortunately, no, I can't. I'm sad. I'll be honest. How am I supposed to know that? I know you can figure it out. There must be some evidence in the court record. Something that can show why the clock was 3 hours slow. Find it and you won't have a foot to stand on. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Do you have evidence to prove this? This is it. All or nothing. Yes, Your Honor. I believe I have the evidence that can prove my claim. Haha! I'd like to see that. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. I just said I don't know. I pressed the wrong button. Hey, badge time. Excuse me, this proves your claim how? I can't see what that evidence has to do with the clock. That wasn't it. Mr. Wright, but time is not on your side. Be quick about it. Let's see this evidence. Okay. WASD do nothing, unfortunately. Oh, I figured it out. What is it? Is it the electricity? Because this doesn't... Uh, I mean, it depends. I don't know time zones. If she was in Paris and she brought the clock with her, then she might have set it 3 hours slow for Paris. I mean, I'm gonna go for it, see if it works. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. Oh my god, was I right? I don't know time zones, I just threw that out there on a theory. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. As we all know, when it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It. Or should I say, Mr. Did It? I was right. Man's dead. My man is dead. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Seems he had a regular heart attack. I mean, I've never seen anyone just have a heart attack. He said the line. He said the line. Say the line, Bart! And with that, this court is adjourned. I mean, many of the lines have been said. Take that, for example. It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. I am curious if I can increase scroll speed, by the way. Let me see. No. I can't. But I can save. And I probably should. Good to know there's no autosave. Maybe a little late to find out about that. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. You do at least have enough saves, though. Yeah, there's 10 I saw. I mean, I don't plan on saving under multiple files anyway. As far as I know, this game isn't the kind with multiple endings that actually would warrant that. But, yeah, I guess if I need them. For whatever reason. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. He makes me think of Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Am I the only one seeing this? I can't be the only one seeing this. I think it's the goatee. Is that what that beard is? A goatee? Why does she have a dusk relic from Skyward Sword as a necklace? I don't know. I kind of see it. Yeah. I think the thing that got me was the fact that he said, "Gone, man." That just sounds like a Shaggy line. Larry, she was a... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks, I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Here, casually just take the murder weapon to remember this by. She's just saying she's gonna keep it. She's gonna toss it. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? I mean, it's good to put on a shelf and leave there. Yeah, but again, I don't think you want an actual murder weapon just sitting on your shelf staring at you. Something that proves how she felt about him. Huh? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Bop. She kept the clock. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am, thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things can change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. I accidentally skipped the last word right at the end there. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Why does she keep calling him Harry? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not gonna pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon gonna be at the center of another incident. God damn it! And I promised to tell the chief about me and Larry. Would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Why would they cliffhanger you like that? Fuck you. Because that's the play on words, but they didn't want to make it too obvious. A brand new episode has been added. I got an achievement, the first turnabout. Yay. Save your progress, yes. It's also weird to me that the back button is backspace and not escape. I'm so used to escape. That is a horrible noise. Move on, please. Hello, this is Maya. Oh, I've heard of I have a friend that will not shut up. I've heard of Maya before, so I at least know the character that's speaking. That's it. All I know is what the character looks like. Hey Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know, you want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Huh. Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting till then. I've never seen that word spelled out, so I stumbled for a sec. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like, burgers. I can really go for a good burger. Why is it keeping Maya's name as question mark, question mark, question mark? She said her name. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Ah, God. I hate that noise. Conversation recorded, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you're a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background? I've never seen or heard that word in my life. Help me! Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Red, white, blue. What does that mean? And also, why does it keep showing us the murderers? Isn't this supposed to be a mystery? He did look kind of like Kira. I think it was the suit that did it. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. He said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. So I can either just examine the room I'm already in, or... Why? That's weird. The thing doesn't move unless you have your left mouse held. Yeah, that does take out the fun to some degree. Yeah. I'm wondering why that's not a thing. Also, examine. How do you actually do the examine? Right click? No, that's back. I'm assuming if there is anything to examine, it'll just happen if I highlight it. Yeah, let's move into the office. That smell. Blood. Is there a way to hide text boxes? Out of curiosity. It would probably be under options. Let me see. Oh, that's weird. When I was on the title screen, there was a way to change controls, but there is not now, so I don't know if there is a button for that. Sis. Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! I am the chief now. Who are you? And she's collapsed. Kept you waiting, huh? Damn, is she a shark? What? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Now our fingerprints are gonna be all over her! Chief. Ah, yeah, so there was nothing to examine in the other room. Let's just start out. How do you actually... Ah, you have to click a second time. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel, a nice luxurious place. I'm planning on saving the body for last. Just saying. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. Thinker... It's encrusted with dried blood. Ironic that this became the murder weapon again. Gatewater sounds scandalous. The chief's chair. Simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Phone. The statue is haunted, it killed her. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. Dude, the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. I can examine it again. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. The Fane Co. Ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Computer. Why are we sitting in a chair at the murder scene? I don't know. Because... dumb. Yeah. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Desk itself. Perfectly normal office desk. Chief had a very particular policy about office decor. Spend big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Not a bad policy. I wish actual companies cared about that. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Before I check the window and possibly progress things... Oh, I don't have to check the window again. I thought I was gonna have to check the window and see the person on the other side. Well, body then. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. Clock? What about the clock? Is there a clock somewhere else in the room I missed? Probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Here we go again. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of a glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards out of the court record. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. Huh? Piece of paper. Must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? That wasn't there before. Also, I can examine the body again. It's painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. Okay. Also, I have played a Danganronpa game before, or two, or four, but the logic in those games would go something along the lines of, this thing was knocked over and glass is everywhere. Since the body is on top of it, that must mean that that she died after it was broken, or something. Also, there is no other clock. I don't know what you were talking about. But yeah, I don't know if this game is going to go with that same logic. A word is written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store. Dated yesterday. That was what I was talking about? What do you mean? So... The actual, like, murder weapon, you mean? I'd already investigated that. A department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. The Thinker. Yeah, I investigated that a while back. That's one of, like, the first things. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. Find out what that girl was doing here. Okay then. Back it is, I guess. Move and go back. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh, I hope she didn't run on me. Yikes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. I'll talk to her first. What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And Sis. So she was already dead. I'm gonna ignore you right now, Garf, over there. You and the Chief. So you're the Chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the Thinker. I see. Oh, I have to actually click present. Oop. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. Sis, you mean... Shut up. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. Police. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Oh, hey, I've seen this guy before. Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe. I'm waiting for the jokes in chat. Anyway, I've seen this guy quite a lot. People seem to love him. Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay. Great, just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Does the word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Yeah, hold your tongue. I'm not even gonna bother reading chat with you right now, okay? I'm not doing that. Killer? I'm not... Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:02. I can't number. I can't read. I can't fuck. But let me try that again. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention center visitors room. Wow, they've poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Yeah, doing the math to get my dumbass on the right track. Ah, God, I hate being sick. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Sorry, not a chance. That's so mean. But it's up to you. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never gonna believe me, are they? Even you. When you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha, so he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this. This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. The medium always dies first. Not the not playing Town of Salem, thank God. The day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right, she said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. Alright then, give it. Give the cell phone. Talking about a throwback. Yeah, medium always dies first has been a meme in my head for years. It never left my brain. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. That means tomorrow night she can find out what role killed her. Yeah, it's just gonna say, the serial killer. Yeah, helpful, sure. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Her sister, I mean. Yeah, yeah, it's, I'm just saying, roles on their own aren't helpful in this situation here. Sorry. Oh, right, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo, a conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte. A, medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium, with ESP and all that? Yes. In training. Well, can't you contact Mia's spirit then? You just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Um, huh? Something the matter? So the medium did die first. Yes, I guess so. One of the two mediums, I guess. Must be playing custom. I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? Yeah, I'm the I'm the detective. This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Ah. No, there can be two mediums, even in ranked, unless they changed it. Really? There can be? That sucks! Anyway, what was she saying? Someone else? Did she want someone else to represent her? I mean, I'm sad, but I can't. It's mean to say no. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. After I ask you one more thing about the day of the crime, because apparently it's not checked anymore. Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. She must be a shit medium, not be able to get a simple yes or no. They can't confirm each other, though, especially if there's a retributionist. Why are we talking about Town of Salem right now? I mean, I brought this on, but I haven't played in forever. And I probably don't want to play again, I'm gonna be honest, because, I am famously bad at those kinds of games. Among Us included, because I know it's going to come up if I don't say it. Shush. Shut up, Garfield. I know you were thinking it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. 15 people all fighting for attention at once is a bit mind-numbing. Yeah. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Alright then. Can I ask her about any evidence in specific? The statue? What do you feel about that? Wanted to ask you about the murder weapon. Or sis. Huh, better not ask her about this now. Did you know that I'm an attorney? Sorry, I've never seen that before. Ah, damn it. The receipt. Remember that receipt? You mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... Absolutely none. Do you trust me? Not fully, but I'll just say so. She could just as, did I kill you? Yeah, of course you were thinking of it. Wait, why am I a chat mod then? What do you mean, why are you a mod? What did I miss? Did I say something? I trust you. Why? Don't you think I did it too? No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but... That detective thinks I did it. Okay, that's all that I think would be useful to ask. Anything in the room for me to examine? Yes, actually. I'm surprised. Smile for the camera. Sir, do you have anything to say about this? This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. That's their excuse for having him as part of the static background, I see. Fun. 50 people fighting for attention is a bit mind-numbing. Yeah, wait. So you're literally saying to yourself that you don't want to be a mod? Too bad. Grossberg Law Offices, Fay & Co. Law Offices. I'm gonna go to Grossberg first, because apparently that letter is on the time crunch. September 6th, Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. But I am still going to look at all of his shit. A table for clients. Huh. An elegant ebony case. And if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. A plant. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Picture. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm cold. I got sick on my way to Florida. Yeah. Yeah, this is what I feel like all the time right now. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. I have been sneezing for a week. Shush. Shut up. Solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. The shelves. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. That is it. I have looked at all of his shit while he wasn't here. Alright. September 6th, Fanco, yay. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Ah, guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Suede Shoes. Detective Gumshoe. Your body rejected the Florida. Yeah, when I went to Florida, I got their germs. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. Don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here! Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Whew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Examine. Window. The sky's blue and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. Cordyline stricta, pal. Who's that? An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. Also, I'm pretty sure all of the white text, he's speaking aloud. He's narrating to himself out loud right now. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. Can't scroll this time. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Mia probably read all of these. Yeah, last time when I could scroll back and forth, it said it in the corner. Can't do that right now. Wrong button. I meant to talk. Mia or Maya? Via fire foa fama. About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy? Well, you want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death, 9/5 at 9 p.m. Cause, single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. At least we have a specific time this time. Maya. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth, yay! We get to meet the main man! Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. Unfortunately. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Well, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Mildly edgeworthy. You're not getting a laugh out of me. Spark notes, she get big bonk on back of head, she go night-night right away. Do you really need spark notes for something that is already only 3 lines? That's not even spark notes. That's longer. That's longer than it says. Oh, also, yeah, profiles. Dick is part of it, apparently. Oh, hey, there's... there's the man! I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Hey, do you have any evidence that you want to talk about? Like, the weapon? Do you have anything to say about that? I was wondering, do you know anything about this? A statue? That's a murder weapon. Huh? I guess the clock is just a statue, too. I'm starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. Glass shards. There was a broken glass at the crime scene, right? Hmm? Oh, that... Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. The glass shards are pieces of the broken stand. There was a piece of paper next to the victim, wasn't there? Yeah, the one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Mia wrote it herself? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. That's a good question. I was kind of thinking that too. If her death was instant, how could she have wrote this in her own blood? The fuck does blunt force trauma mean, though? Blunt force trauma means just something that go bonk. Anything that isn't sharp or pointy or stabby, go bonk. Bludgeoning damage in D&D is the exact same thing. Let me put it in terms you understand. So there's no proof that Mia wrote it. I was about to say that. Shush. I've played Dongus Rungus. I know these tricks. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. Cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. Shut up. Dungus Wongus, what are you, Christian? You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal, I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive, you're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Seems like he didn't notice the recorded conversation. My cell phone received. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. Y'all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. While I'm here... Yep, it's all what we've already seen. 8 o'clock, it's not working, that's lame. Papers inside it. See you tonight at 9. Yeah. I'm curious, actually. See you tonight at 9. And the time of death was 9. Ah, that's not good. Gatewater Hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303. I also noticed that it's not displaying the time anymore because I can go back and forth as much as I want. So they don't want me to be like, wait a minute, hey, there's something going on here. Oh god, what the fuck? Well, hello there, handsome. Hi? Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Teehee. Oh god, I hate her. I hate her already. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Yeah, probably gonna be us. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey, hey! What are you doing? No touching! Oh, bad boy. Don't call me that. I hate that. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. Wonder what could be inside the drawer. Incriminating. Try again. What's inside, I wonder? Maybe later. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. Flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. What about roses? What are you awaiting? The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. law offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. So that explains why she wasn't like, oh, you're the one in the room. She just couldn't recognize our face from here. The lawyer that has to cross-examine. Yeah, that's likely gonna be us. Yeah. Bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. Who is it, though? A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing I catch in here. I'm gonna say a prediction right now that she might be an accomplice. I have no evidence for this other than gut feeling. What you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Shut up, stop talking. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Don't say pretty please to her. Don't. Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, boy. Miss May. Could you... Just who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No! Hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know you're cute when you blush. Shut up. I am not blushing. I want to slap you across the fucking face. Shut up. Be gone, thought! Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Shut up, Phoenix. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do? Good thing I have a minuscule thesaurus. Well, no, teehee. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh, boy. This room. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television. Oh, no, not me. I'm, just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues? In the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Shut up. I hate her. Every word that escapes her mouth is cursed beyond belief. Her face looks a manifestation of :3. Yeah. The arm positioning doesn't help. Like, this is clearly one of those characters that's trying her best to look as innocent and cute as possible, and it just comes across as creepy, and I hate it. present, who am I kidding? Nothing I present to her is gonna matter. Fuck you. Is this guy back? Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Maybe I should wait here and wait for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Oh, aha! I've seen pictures of this guy before. Aha, so you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. He's dapper. I like the mustache. The badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Boy! just Kratos bursts in. Boy! Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Oh, that face. He's suddenly very scared. Yes, Maya Fey, go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid that it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Your refusal. How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. My boy. Now we're on the CDI games, huh? This man. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave? Now. I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? I'm gonna keep talking anyway, fuck you. We're time traveling tonight, yeah. How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That painting. That's quite a painting. Aha, you notice. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Why I don't want to bother. He's not gonna give a shit anyway. I've already examined everything. There's not gonna be anything new. Yeah. Well, I guess, tell her the bad news. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just to be honest, I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. Your family? What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? Mother. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. about 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Your mother's enemy? So who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? Police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. Huh. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. Walter. Walter White. What? This stream has just evolved into referencing shit from out of nowhere based on a single word in the dialogue. That's what this stream has devolved into. What is going on? What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Go home. That'd be so mean. I made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, I don't know why. I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there a long time ago. Isn't that basically the gameplay loop, though? Oh, that was a fast flash. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. I would do a sniffing noise, but, need I say? Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Ooh, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes, and I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Also, I'm noticing, looking at stream, looking at the girl's face, I think everything on stream is slightly, like, horizontally stretched for you guys. Because on my screen, her face, does not look the same way as it does on the stream for you guys. I can't do anything about that, though. I'm pretty sure that's just how Streamlabs is doing things. So, I mean, it's funny to look at for me, at least. Actually, sorry, yeah, the phone. I can present that to her. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Oh, well, okay, now I'm sad! Well, anyway, time to invade someone's privacy. Again. Random bellboy. Oh, God. I'm running out of deep voices. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. Oh, I almost forgot. You came back quick? I'd ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her. Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Red, white, and blue. Now where's the red? Alright, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? Well, obviously, from her. It was 2 minutes ago. Phoenix. White. That was his name, my sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Snooping around, snooping around! There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. Again, he is narrating this to himself. Out loud. What do we have here? A wiretap? Huh. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Walter White from Blue Corp. Isn't meth blue? I don't know. I've never watched the meth show. I don't know. How should I know? Wiretap added to the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There is a story behind all this, I know it. Alright? I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean? He is still narrating this out loud! Oh, Bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. I'm guessing this is like the halfway through the chapter save. Oh. It said saving content on its own. Is there an autosave somewhere I don't know about? Ah, whatever. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Oh god, what voice am I gonna give Edgy? What am I gonna give Edgeworth for a voice? Oh no, I don't know. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. I don't know a voice to give him. The defense is ready, Your Honor. If it's not good enough, I'll tell you. Not good enough. Shut up. What, do you want me to give him something annoying or something actually serious? Because he's probably going to be through the whole game. Needs to be extravagant. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. Is that good enough? Because that feels too high-pitched to me. Maybe even a bit fruity? Well, that's what I just did. What do you want from me? Give me something to work with. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. Again, it feels too high-pitched. I could also go with something deep but still extravagant, or like if I wanted to go with gravelly, I could, because even if my voice is not doing well, I could still attempt it. It will destroy my throat, though. Prosecution seat. No, that doesn't fit him. I can already tell. Fancy McRich. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. How about that? Because, again, that seems very high-pitched for him. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. Deeper? If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. No. How am I supposed to... Here's the thing. In my mind, Fancy Rich McRich describes a high-pitched, like, I'm better than you sort of voice. Between those two, that's literally just my voice then. Fuck you. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. She was seen venting the scene of the crime. Shush, shut up. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Slightly deeper, fancy, maybe even a little British. I can't do a British accent. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. I'm not good with accents. Unless you're talking about a Boston accent, because I have one naturally. Even then, it's not a strong one. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. Oh, sure you can. You just aren't trying hard enough. No. Oh. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death... And the cause of death. Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. Murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in a girl's hands, sir. Casual sexism in a Japanese game. Unsurprising. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. I got the floor plans. Yay. Now, detective? Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest, witness testimony. It's gonna be the note, and I'm gonna have to say she died instantly. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fey the very moment of the murder. Oh, but she was in the other room at the time. I can tell you that. Maya was in the other room at the time that the call happened. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright, what do we got? As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Maya. Why? We had a witness account describing her. I'm curious how she was described. Well, at the very moment of the murder, though, that I feel like is more important. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't in pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Gah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. But she died instantly. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Hard evidence. Pop. Just go through. Letters of victims. The victim wrote the killer's name. Alright. Then... Time of death. Death was instantaneous. Go. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, and that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But... no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The date of the murder. I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder. You're wrong there, pal. We didn't write an autopsy report till the day after. Alright. Prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. Fuck you. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. He said the line. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. Fuck you, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright? Say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Autopsy report updated. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. Prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. I have so many deep voices I'm doing right now that I'm now swapping between all of them mid-line, trying to figure out which one's the right one. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Also, I'm only giving Phoenix my talking voice because I don't want to have to dual voice for him 24/7. Hey, so I just mentioned how I have too many deep voices going on right now, and once I saw her on the screen, I immediately regretted saying that. Witness, your name, please. April May. At your service. Wink. Shut up and stop doing that. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. A witness will refrain from wanton winking. Ah, yes, Your Honor. This isn't good. He's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. God, I hate it. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room? Teehee. I checked in right after lunch. I hate her. I'm going to keep saying it. because it is triggering something deep in the back of my mind. Something like I want to murder. I want to kill. Every straight man, perhaps. Yeah. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Stop. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy-witsy wink. End your existence. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques quite well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination, only because I have a feeling Edward doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Sounds like Streamer Man has a crush. Shut the fuck up. I want to punch her. She has a very punchable face. It was 9, I looked out the window, I saw a woman along her being attacked, and Mousy Girl sitting in the chair. She dodged and ran, caught up to her and hit her. I guess I'll press her on how she was able to see from the window, because I remember saying that you can't see faces easy. How do you know she was the defendant? That's not what I wanted to... Okay. Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Oh, I see. That's what, yeah, no, he's going for about the same thing I was going for then. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. Testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. Also, hairdo isn't normal? Look at your own fucking hair. Look in the mirror, dude. You look like, well, I mean, a phoenix, I guess. Fair. But, yeah. I don't think you have a right to say anything. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. Look at most people in this game, for crying out loud. I mean, the judge has a pretty normal haircut of nothing. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? I'm not gonna repeat whatever that noise is. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. Stop doing that. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Stop. Stop talking. I can't wait to see her eventually break and start freaking out because she'll hopefully stop talking like this. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Teehee.
How did she know it was a clock? Oh, my voice. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. I am going to check very quickly. Murder weapon looks like a statue, but is actually a clock. Yeah, people didn't know that it was a clock. That clock. Yeah. But how do you know it was one? Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
No. You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? A witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room, hehe.
The law offices of Fay & Co. where the murder took place is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. Can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could not? Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. Prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn, time to switch directions quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I'm not satisfied. Fine, I couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, Can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Phone call literally says it. Oh ho, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening, and now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is the message. Take that! Yeah, I've seen so many memes that all of the objection and take that, every time it catches me a little off guard. Not because it's surprising me, but because I've heard it before. It's like a deja vu that I've never had. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh ho, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. A good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. I hate the noise. I love the callouts, they're so funny. Yeah. I gotta say as well, the animation in this game is good too. Was the original game on like DS or something? I know they have some games on DS, but I don't know if the original was. This being the original, I assume. So I assume that for PC they had to remake the game, and presumably the sprites too. I think the Edgeworth games were. Well, yeah, I know that at least. But I don't know the original, what system it was on. I think it said like 2014 or something on the title screen for the copyright, so you know, it could could work. But I'm just if these sprites are remade for the PC port, they are looking amazing. I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes, obviously. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Made by Larry Butts. But. I think, I just reread chat, I'm dumb. I do kind of want to know about the sprite thing, though, whether they're remade for PC port or not. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. Oh? Oh ho ho. I'm not making that noise. I don't want to bother yelling. Just saying. It's the music! What's it to you, porcupine head? Jesus. That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Oh, die! I'd also like to point out, because we got spoiled earlier on who did it, she's only the accomplice. So there's still more to go after this. Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh? Oh, silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did, teehee. Wink.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Suddenly Dragon Ball character. Yeah, the fucking face is a Dragon Ball character art style, yeah. Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Wiretap. Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. It's simple. What? So dramatic. Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... What was in the conversation? They said it, right? Yeah, the clock. Yeah, the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Yeah, that's honestly a little easy. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you... Again, what is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? God, I hate some of the sound effects that they just make. Some of the dumb noises. Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it? I'm not crying. That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Well, she didn't do it. We know that, unfortunately. But, like, I'm gonna ask why first. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping, irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder even though you tapped her phone? Again, I want to go back to the fact that we are immediately spoiled on the murderer at the start of the chapter. Watch your tone. But I want to go back to the fact that we're spoiled, because that choice of why did you tap her phone versus you did it, didn't you? If I wasn't spoiled that it definitely wasn't her, I would have probably chosen you did it. because, you know, that's the obvious choice. Like, it feels like it should be her, but we only know because we saw, you know, the spoiler. Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Hang on. I'm back. I had to go for a second, and I also accidentally clicked the mouse when I put down my headphones. Uh-oh. Is there a history, like a log, for me to go back to? I don't think there is. But I will save, because, I don't want my game to crash for some reason, and then just poof. But, that was literally, like, a Joseph Joestar moment. Your next line is... Try arrows? Maybe? No, they don't do anything. Neither do W, A, S, or D. Q, E, no. Sorry.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought of that, and of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Humph. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Yeah, but she is still involved. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're gonna let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well...
Come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness?
The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk me quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer. Thus, she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Sometimes the text just scrolls way too slow. Also, this is not how a court works. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I kinda have to. Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Why did he bring the tea set with him? Very good, sir. I don't think the prosecution can object to the calling of a witness. Yeah, this is not how court works. It's kinda illegal. Yeah. Miss May's room service.
I am the head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course.
You triggered my trap card. Yeah, he just pulled that on us. Oh god, I hate her.
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. That's nothing. I received a call at 8 in the evening. I just want to check times for a second. Where? It was 9, right? Why would they change it? I hate it. Well. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I guess I'll press that. 9 on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9. The time of the murder.
Brought it to her precisely the requested time, of course.
And directly to Miss May herself. Yeah. You are sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embrasure, sir.
Shut up. Embrasure? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? But wait, please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in? What? Check-in, sure. Tell me about check-in? Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, that's what that means. Oh, alright, very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me, what exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say?
Rather quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barista there who...
Mr. Edgeworth, who...
He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool! I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. But at what cost? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Ugh. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet, Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Ugh. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. I tried I tried to do the gas, but it didn't work. Ah! Don't mind me, just briefly dying. It is okay. I hate being sick. But I still came to stream. I am dedicated, if nothing else. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Well, would not be a good stopping point. It's been 2.5 hours, and we just finished what I assume is the first half of this chapter, and an entire other chapter, but that was a tutorial, so whatever. I mean, Garfield here should know if there's a good stopping point coming up, or if this is good. Hopefully, depending on how long ago it was that you saw the game. What do you say? In the meantime, I guess I'll keep reading. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. I should probably actually, in the meantime, I should actually probably save, while I can. Actually, if nothing else, I might want to quit it just because my throat is hurting. It's not even the voices, it's just me talking so much while being sick isn't helping. So I think I'm probably gonna, I'm gonna quit it anyway. This is one of those games that isn't, I don't really know good stopping points because it's a very linear beginning to end, like, go through the chapters kind of game. So I have no idea, I just kind of have to feel it out based on, I guess, what I can tell, with storytelling and writing and all that BS. But yeah, I don't know, this seems like a good stopping point, going from the court to the actual, like, talking parts. The investigation, I assume, is next. You have enough of an excuse, sure. Alright. Telling me I have enough of an excuse. Also, options. Just so next time I can have it. Rotate evidence? What? What are those? Wait, hang on. H, N, M, and B? What the fuck? What are those keys? Why would you use those keys? I don't see anything for hiding the text box, though, or going backwards. Court adjourned. You've been dismissed from court to find more lore. Yeah. But really, though, H, N, M, and B. The hell? Why? Who does that? Well, anyway. I'll get going then. OMG lore. Yeah. I'm enjoying this game so far. Except for April. She makes me uncomfy. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm gonna like this. I can tell already. But I am curious. How many chapters are in the game? I would have to click new game, I believe. Yeah, new game is how you choose all 3 games. That makes sense, I guess. But how many chapters are in the game, out of curiosity? Because we're on chapter 2 right now. I've heard that there's at least 5, but I don't know if there's more than that. Just asking for, like, an idea of how long this will take. I mean, worst case scenario, if nobody here knows or remembers, then I could look it up, I guess. But I'm just afraid of coming across spoilers if I try to look anything up. Cause you know how this stuff is. It's like, oh, this game is several years old. Spoilers are out the window now. Which I don't really like it when people say that sometimes, just because, like, what about me, who's late to the party? Huh? What about that? But anyway, that's, rambling for another day. If anyone's got the number on chapters, though, I would appreciate that. For my, 2 mods, I guess, you can just message me in Discord afterward if you find out, one of the 2 of you. It's not like something that I absolutely need to know, because I should be able to find good stopping points as the game goes on anyway, but, you know, I'll Garfield, you're on it. But, you know, it's not something that I 100% need to know. It's just something that would make my life a little more convenient. But anyway, that's enough post-stream rambling. I'm gonna get going. Oh, also, side note, just because I want to talk about this, you guys can still see the game right now, but I can't because I just clicked on Streamlabs, and the game minimizes itself when I do that. Which annoys the hell out of me, I'm just saying. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'll see y'all later, and, if you figure out how many chapters are in the game, just DM it to me later, one of the 2 of you. Probably gonna be Garfield. See you later.